So, what a week. It has been crazy. It's been crazy, but you know how God do. Like, God do crazy things, and we love him, and we're grateful that we get to experience this life with him. So, you guys don't know, or maybe you do, I got a job as a teacher, and so that created a lot for our little family because we have to find childcare. Because this summer I've been at home with the kids, so now like searching for childcare has been very challenging in Florida. Believe it or not, in the area that I'm in, which is like the Riverview, Ruskin, Bradenton, Tampa area, there's not that many daycares. And in Florida, you have the right to only accept like 2-year-olds, or only accept 3-year-olds, or only accept 4-year-olds, or only accept infants. And so everywhere that I've been, the daycares do not accept all 3 of my kids, because I have a 2-month-old, a 3-year-old, and a 4-year-old, and a 6-year-old. There is no like school daycare for like the 6-year-old. That doesn't even exist in Florida. They have after school care, but it's through the school, so you might get it through like the YMCA or like the Boys and Girls Club and stuff like that. But there is no like the kids at a daycare. It's mainly for like preschool kids that can't be in school. And my 4-year-old should be in like a pre-K program, but because we've gotten here so late, not a lot of places are really. I've just found one as of today that accepts, or that has a position, a vacancy for her to be able to attend. So it's been just a challenge. And yesterday I was just ready to quit. Like, I was just like, let me just quit the job and not do it because of daycare. Like, let's just call it quits. And my husband encouraged me, like, just go to Bible study, seek God, and just wait. So early that day I agreed to do that. And I just went back to my word after. And in that, I got a phone call that said my kids that got accepted to Head Start. I don't know if you know about Head Start, but they have Head Start in the elementary schools, so the kids can go there, like if they're going to school, but they only get childcare for school hours. And so I was like, very excited, except it's not anywhere near me. So because we used to live with the family, it's located by their house, but we don't live in that general area anymore. So where they got accepted to is about 20 minutes away. So today I'm on a faith journey. I'm have to go for orientation, and I'm going in faith that they're going to be able to be transferred to the school that's by my job, so that I'm not running myself ragged in the morning. And so I was very grateful because God just showed me that, like, I got you. I also was sad because I gave away all of my stuff in Houston, and now I agreed to teach this year, and I don't have any supplies. I don't have anything. I ain't got nothing. And so coming back to school and going into my classroom and just staring at the walls, realizing like, this is not the same. Like, I had a little cry out session too, because if you're a teacher, like, setting up your classroom is everything, and not being able to do it the way you're used to and stuff like that, knowing you don't have the money because you just got hired, and like, everything else is crazy. I gotta get this car registered for $400 that I'm believing God for, because I don't have $400 plus $400 because my husband's got to do his car too. So it's just like, we are just walking in faith and believing. We're believing for God for miracles that are unseen right now. We're trusting that God's going to provide every one of our needs. And as I record these videos, it's only because of Christ. He's telling me it's time to record. So know that, like, in my recording, I'm being obedient. This is a challenge for me. Just as much as you that's listening, I have to be obedient, and I have to choose Christ at the end of the day for every situation. And he's letting me know that he's got me. It's a matter of faith and leaning on, not to my own understanding, but acknowledging that he's good and he's faithful, and he's gonna lead us to a whole nother realm if we just believe and have faith. We're still in an Airbnb. We're trusting in God to provide that house that he said we would have. And so in our faith and in our trusting, we're not getting an apartment. Like, that's just not what we're doing. We're just walking in faith and and see what God has in store for us. Also, what else happened yesterday? Because it's just crazy. Also, in my crying about that, I went to training. And when I went to training, at the end of training, like the very, very end, they were like, oh, and by the way, in the back is school supply. And I just broke down again, like just giving God thanks, because although it's not everything, it's something. God is saying, I'm with you. I got you. I'm protecting you. I'm covering you. Like, here's school supplies. So in Florida, they give you school supply. They even give you, I found out, in my crying and things, they give you like a little bit of money in like October to get like a few things. So that was exciting to hear, to know like God has already thought of that part, the part of that I'm questioning, the part of my wondering, the part of my worry. God has already answered that. He brought me to a school that would already have supplies on deck, so I didn't have to carry the weight of bringing all of that stuff to Florida, because he already had brand new stuff waiting for me in Florida. And so I just have to walk in his direction and just continue to stay focused. I also was like, maybe I should get a job by my husband's job, because maybe that'll help us save on gas, like, so I can cut down on gas. Like, all these things I was trying to do out of my own will, and God had to remind me, like, no, you didn't get this job. I gave you this job. Like, I went through the back office and gave you this job. And he's right. I mean, it still says on my certification, pending. But for some reason, in some way, and somehow, I have a job. And I just have to continue to give God glory. We give you the highest praise. You deserve it all. You deserve it all. We give you the highest praise. You deserve it all. You deserve it all. And it's just like continuing to remember, like, who's in charge and who goes before us. Like, guys, we're spending like $40 in gas daily. And like, to this moment, I can't tell you, like, it's a God thing. Like, he's protecting everything. Like, he is just going before us, and he's taking care of us and providing for us. And we have to trust in him, even though the numbers and the money ain't adding up to what we, like, come on, God, I'm used to driving 5 miles a day, okay? Average probably 25 miles a day, honestly, on average. Picking my kids up, dropping my kids off, like, all of that. Like, maybe 10 miles. Like, I'm not used to doing this right here. This is something serious. I've been driving since 6 a.m. It is 7:30. And I am headed to drop my kids off at daycare. Like, I still haven't made it. But it's God. Like, he's got us, and he wants me to have this time with him in the car. He wants me to talk to him. He wants time where I before was distracted. Now I have to submerge myself in God and just have these moments and these times with him to be able to reflect on the things that are going on in my life, the challenges that are being asked of me, and just remembering that ultimately he's in control and he holds it all in his hand. So gotta go because I gotta bring them inside of the daycare. But love you guys, and know that God loves you and you matter to him in every way, and you are important. Bye.